G'day, legends. How are we? It's a good day. It's gonna be a good one. Good one. Jack lost. So I don't know what to do. How are you, Eric? What's up, brother? How are you, Thrill House? How are you, Capatheist XMP? G'day. Time to shut her down. Shut her down. A day of mourning across Australia. We weep across Australia. I noticed it's been raining all day. The roads were dreary. I went to get a coffee. The girl didn't even smile at me. Clients were upset for no reason today. No phone calls today. No quotes today. No one called me. It's a bad day. It's a sad day for all of Australia, mate. Sad day. No music today. The whole week is ruined, Damien. The whole week is ruined. Why should we refocus, Tatsuru? What is there to refocus on? Hamzat Chimaev is champion. Marab is champion. Islam is champion. All of New York is cheering for an for Islam. They voted in Islam. What are we cheering? What are we cheering? What are we celebrating? What are we happy about, chat? Australia still has to pay for pay-per-views. Paramount's putting the prices up. Jack had nothing for Islam. He couldn't do anything. It was very similar to the Duplessis fight. It was worse. It was worse, really. Jack was crying during the fifth round, at the start of the fifth round. You'll have to call me Dougie. You'll have to call me Douglas today. Today, we'll just have to go with my full name, Douglas. Emo arc starts now. We need emo music for today is what we need. We need to find some sad emo. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close, UFC. It wasn't even close. Islam is next level, Brady B. Next level. Didn't even go for a single submission attempt. Wasn't accredited with a single attempt. Volk is still champ. He was literally crying, though, brother. I mean, you were there. My family was there. JDM embarrassed me in front of my dad. If you weren't on the stream last night, my dad was on the stream. My brother was on the stream. I broke a screen. I broke a computer monitor setting all that up. A broken computer monitor. And I was embarrassed in front of my own father. I think Islam is just that good. He is just that good, Miguel. He just didn't want to be there. He did not want to be there. I didn't want to be there by the end of it. I walked out during the fourth round. And Leon did get sent to Valhalla. That is true. That is true. Douglas. I am Douglas today. Yeah, put on my channel. We do need some My Chemical Romance, brother. He made Jack look like a complete can. He did. It made Jack look like he wasn't even meant to be there. How are you, Mitch? What do we do now? I don't know. I mean, I would put on the Black Parade, but I'll get copyright struck. I don't know what to do. You know what? We're going to have to find some sad music in the YouTube music store. We're going to have to find some sad music. We're going to have to do it live. But it sucks, man. JDM never... He honestly made it look like JDM really never even wrestled. It was insane. It was actually insane. Dougie's coping. What am I coping about? I mean, it's just true. It's just true. JDM looked like he never wrestled. Dougie is gay for JDM's dad calves. Yeah, well, you could say it like that. That is horrible. No. Makhachev's next fight should be against someone who is capable of skinning him in a round, or Morales. I don't even know if Morales is the right one to go with. Do you know what I mean? Like, is Morales... This is perfect. We'll go with this. Let's go with this, chat. Let's turn this on. We'll go some desktop audio. We'll turn it down a bit. This is perfect. Just sadness. Sad music. Sad music is the day stream. No, only Ilya glazing. I don't think Ilya can do it at 170. Makhachev's next fight should be against someone who's capable of skinning him in a round, more like Morales or Tapuria. True, something like that. Dougie's going to kill someone. I'm going out to the local. I'm going out to look for. I'm going to the shopping center to look for them. How are you, Nacho? What's up, Chrissy? How are you? Morales looks stupid in that stance, yeah, but he keeps his hips away. I had to take bereavement leave and mourn the loss today. Couldn't go to work today. Could not go to work today. How did the picks go? First time for mine weren't bad. Well, Kyle, we're going to go through the picks today. You can't hear anything. It should be lightly playing in the background. Some light, sad music. Unibobby Dougie, there we are, yep. Long, girthy stream today or a short, depressed stream today? It's going to be a stream. It'll be depressed. We don't need to do the picks anymore. We are going to be doing the picks. I've gone through the top 10. I've collated it. I've double-checked it against the AI. We've gone through the picks. We'll do the picks. How are you, Fight Talk? Morales is next. You know, I honestly think Usman, which is crazy because I made so much content bagging Usman. But really, Usman went to a draw with Khamzat Chimaev on 11 days notice, a weight class up. Why not Usman? You know, why not Usman? Brady got destroyed. Brady also got destroyed. Yep, Nacho has had to change his profile picture, which is insane. Guru just dropped a Dylan Dennis video. Why does he drop content when I go live? It wasn't a nightmare. It was a Nightmare Fighters Club. Did you see? JDM was in tears, man. At least Australia has Volk. UFC doesn't have any champs soon, but how long are we going to have Volk for? That's the question. You know, Volk is old. We're not going to have him forever, man. We'll be rubbing bacon on all halal food products at my local supermarket. Yeah, I'm gonna run around Woolworths and rub bacon on everything. I almost went perfect on the main card. Oh, Fight Talk. You've got to get into our picks group, bro. I feel bad for mistreating the people in my life. They have no idea what is going on. I've been abusive to everyone today, loyalty business. Everyone. No picks. We're going to do the picks today, Nacho. I know where you are, Nacho. We're going to do the picks today. You actually, Nacho, you didn't do that bad, to be honest. Usman can't do it. I think Usman is the best at doing it, though, right? UFC Master. My picks should have been perfect, but I went with a couple of underdogs. The old I should have got it perfect if only I had it picked, people. Prates versus Bilal Gary winner. Yes, Fight Talk. I agree with that. You didn't bag Usman. You're the biggest Usman glazer. I have said Usman is severely underrated for a long time, but yeah. I have been bagging him this week for thinking he gets the next title shot, but maybe he does get the next title shot. Brady got smashed. JDM is a disappointment, but at least he's not a quitter like Tom Aspinall. That's it. You know, he took his licks and he had a bit of a cry, but he got back in there. Dylan Dennis is the GOAT. Unbelievable. Craig Jones expose video. I still believe in Craig Jones. Stop it. Dougie, did I successfully rage bait you on your video? No, I was too sad to be rage baited, Friendless Norseman, but you are going to be in tomorrow's video. Tomorrow's video will be me responding to the comments under today's video. Today's video did insanely well, and there are some comments in there. So tomorrow's video will be an Aussie fan reacts to the Muslim fan base comments section. This is our Vietnam, Nacho. Our Vietnam. Dougie, I did not say Usman was the best fighter to take out Makhachev. I don't remember if you did, Bruce, but I agree with the sentiment. So if it was you, claim the win, man. Dougie ducking every Craig Jones related chat. Sorry, Nitro, I wasn't trying to duck any chats. The chat's moving at a rapid rate. Usman is entitled. No thanks. I know, but Fight Talk, who would you have? The card was an 8 out of 10 until the main card and co-main happened. I know, the card was fucking great until that happened. Gotta love how Dana openly plays the graying of the Muslim Brotherhood thugs that jub Dylan Dennis. Yes, never bans them, only bans Dylan Dennis. Weird that. Weird. I saw Double punch a baby last night. Well, I saw Dougie punch a baby last night. I was abusing children on the street. I was just walking around primary schools this morning, just spitting on mothers. Usman's knees are gone, but are they? Or is that just he wrestled for 25 minutes in his last fight, brother. Am I still in the top 10? I went 1-4 in the main card, a true disaster class. You're going to have to wait, Nacho. You're going to have to wait. I have done the top 10. He's got no knees, Usman, mate. Rape Craig Jones, stop it. Craig Fraud Spinal Jones. Craig Jones can still figure it out more. Still figure it out, man. How are you, Cheddarhead? It's a dark, dark day, Cheddarhead. Without Craig, Jack would have gotten subbed. It'd be nice if we could learn how to sprawl. Exactly. If it wasn't for Craig Jones, it'd be even worse, chat. I picked Dariush, Whaley, and JDM. Me too, Master. Me too. Usman versus Bilal, Gary, loser. So who fights Islam Makhachev? Fight Talk. You really going to go with Morales? JDM coaches suck big time. They give no advice during the fight. Well, because it's all been said before. You know, it's all in the training camp. Fuck. Morales just slept the number 2 contender. I agree, Fight Talk. I agree. Yeah, I agree. Look, I don't mind your Morales argument. I don't mind it at all. I just think Usman's got the best chance of beating Makhachev. So I prefer Usman personally. He did kick them out for brawling. He did kick him out. Oh, okay, fair enough. It must be more Morales. I could cope my way into picking him. Must be Morales. I could cope my way into picking Morales. I mean, I'd probably pick Islam Makhachev. 4-0 to Craig Jones. I know. I can't believe I picked the most fights right this event. Well, Bruce, don't ruin the surprise for everybody, mate. I'm alive thanks to the Prates KO. Well, at least we had that level of fun. Too bad Bilal won't get a chance versus Islam, even if he is the #1 contender. Islam only damaged JDM's feelings. Exactly right. Not a single submission attempt, 1 strike per minute. Too bad Bilal won't get a chance. No, Bilal gets no chance. Bilal's never getting another title shot. At least we have accountability. We're not throwing random excuses unlike the inbred fan base. Well, that's the thing. Like, I listened to Robert Whittaker's podcast today, Nitro Gaming. And, you know, Robert Whittaker was just like, he was better. Well done. They're really good. They're sticky grapplers. In my videos, I say, it's boring, but hats off to them. It's completely dominant. We don't throw out a bunch of excuses. We just take our licks. It's actually a disease where your brain is hardwired to want worst case scenario to happen and hate fun. I don't know how you could enjoy that. I am disgusted by Makhachev. They just want to win. They don't care how they win. And it really is a sport killer, man. If Armin became champion at 155, the UFC is going to be more boring than ever. I know! Armin's personality is the worst. I don't have hardly any friends, and my parents have passed a long time ago. Might end it all soon. Thanks for the good times. You were great. You know, Excited Solar System, I don't blame you. Nah, hang around, Solar System. You never know what's going to happen next year. It could be a good year. We need to demand rule changes. We just need to start enforcing the fucking rules. Right? You're meant to be advancing the fight at all times. If you're not accredited with a single submission attempt and it's 1 significant strike per minute of the fight, we need to enforce the rules. That's like when the judges were talking about eye pokes and they had a big meeting. You know, we're going to do something about the eye pokes. And then Herb Dean comes back and he goes, right, we've all had a meeting about the eye pokes. Guess what we're going to do, MMA community? We're going to start enforcing the rules that are already written down. Like, the fighter in bottom position's job is to protect himself at all times. The fighter in top position is meant to advance the fight to a finish. The fight finished, Islam Makhachev has 19 minutes of control time. He's got 24 significant strikes over a 25-minute fight, and he has 0 accredited submission attempts. That means there are ample opportunities to stand the fight back up. The coaches were fine. They gave him technical advice in the first 2 rounds, and then when they saw Jack was dejected, they had to try and motivate him. Yeah, I mean, there was literally crying on Jack's face. Fuck, that meme is gonna... No one's gonna forget that meme, man. My friend sent me a video of Morales wearing women's clothes. Oh, the rabbit hole on how gay Morales is deeper than that. Dude, how good is Dustin Poirier? True, not true. Honestly, like Shavkat's chances against Islam, he's a massive welterweight, far bigger than JDM. Yeah, but Shavkat needs another fight. Can't let Shavkat sit out for all of 2024. Maybe the most intense year in all of welterweight history, and then reward him with a title shot. Valentina is the perfect argument against your just salty argument. I was going for Valentina. I hate China, and I still hated that fight, even though the person I wanted to did win. You know, I couldn't, Capatheist, I couldn't help myself. I went and I listened to MMA's Joey's recap video of the card. I couldn't help myself. I had to listen to it. I had to get rage baited. It's part of my therapy. I don't know what's wrong with myself. How are you, Crisp? MMA Joey, this is why their fan base just exists to rage bait us. They're not real fans. Their entire fan base just hate us. MMA Joey, you can't make this up. Hated the Valentina Shevchenko fight. He thought it was boring, but he praised Islam Makhachev for how dominant it was. Make it make sense! Make it make sense. Wellmaker's a fraud. Wellmaker is a fraud. You sure don't have excuses yet because you're dumb and you need top 3 to 4 business days to come up with one. Or we're just a funny fan base that are good-hearted and actually, you know, take our licks and know how to banter in sport. And you guys are literally retarded. When fight starts, brother? It's Friday. Will you show fight on screen, brother? It's Friday. You know, maybe we're just a fun, good-natured fan base that know how to take our licks and make a joke. Look, we're playing sad music. We're having a bit of a funeral. You know, we just know how to have fun rather than saying, oh, that Hamzat fight was a little bit boring. I'm going to rape and murder your sister, brother. Whoa, I just thought it was a little bit boring. Whoa. It's just a personal taste. You know, we're just not the same. We're just not the same. We're different fan bases. It was kind of boring, but the Aussie fans' faces made up for it. Thank you, friendless Norseman. Shavkat is overrated, I bet. Yeah, Shavkat might be overrated. If I see one more person say, don't watch MMA if you don't want to mix the arts, I might. If you don't want them to mix the arts, I might go, I know, Nacho, I know. Now that Shevchenko has sucked the love of fighting out of Wei Li, you think Dern destroys her? I don't know. Yeah, that was one of those fights where it's like, is Wei Li going to come back the same? That was one of those fights, man. I agree. If Chris Duncan loses to McKenny, I'm going to fling myself into the largest building within my vicinity. Sure, listen, I know he's your only hope, but don't do it. Help me. There'll always be another fight. Herb also said he'll let the champions hug. I hate it. What the fuck are you talking about? Not a single submission attempt? What was JDM defending? Non-submission attempts? You're a retard imbecile coping too hard. Right. ESPN, I was waiting for someone dumb enough to say that. ESPN MMA. ESPN MMA. ESPN MMA. I'm a retard imbecile, am I? Alright, mate. I'm a retard imbecile. Okay, let's fucking do it. Let's do it, boys. Let's see who the retard is out of this entire retarded fan base. Let's have a look. Past events. UFC 322. You motherfuckers! Fix your fucking page! MMA UFC 322 results. ESPN 322 results. Stats. Bring up the stats page. Bring up the stats page. Thank you. All right. Submission attempts. 0. Submission attempts. 0. 0. Significant strikes, 30. Submission attempts, 0. Just over 1 significant strike per minute, 0 submission attempts. Who's the retard? Who's the retard, brother? You're the retard, brother. Go fuck your cousin, brother. Go fuck your cousin. Where am I up to? You can't cry with a nose like that. That is true. Honestly, I'm happy for Islam to just smash the rest of these welterweight guys. Yeah. Usman can do it. Jab of the heart, Joey, I know. What if they do Shavkat versus Morales for an interim belt while Islam goes down to 155 to fight Ilya? I don't think he'll ever go down. I think he's put on so much weight, he'll never go back down. They were the same fight. I know, they were exactly the same fight. Unless you think Ilya and Islam would be at 170, I don't think Ilya could take Islam at 170 mixed martial artists. I don't. There's no chance. Islam fans hate women. They do. Bro, calling us dumb while spelling worse than imagine. That's the thing about MMA, Joey. He's just playing a character and says what these people want to hear. His supporters have an actual disease. It's fine. I know. Like, how can you say, I thought the Shevchenko-Wei Li fight was boring, but I enjoyed the Makhachev fight and the Hamzat fight. They're the 3 same fights. Jack's face was so funny. It wasn't funny. Stop it. Jack's face was horrible. It was horrible. Horrible. Usman would have been the first to break Silva's record if it wasn't for a fluke once-in-a-lifetime outcome of that final round, Usman versus Edwards 2. He definitely has the best chance to beat Islam. Yeah, I mean, and also, he just out-wrestled Buckley. Plus, he took on Hamzat Chimaev on 11 days' notice and took him to a draw, a weight class up. Usman is the one. And then, to be honest, if Usman comes back and wins the belt against Islam Makhachev, he might be the GOAT. Usman might be the GOAT. He was 1 win away from Anderson Silva's record, and then he comes back and draws with Chimaev and beats Islam Makhachev, who just destroyed JDM. Like, we're in such a high-quality legacy era. It's insane right now, man. The sport, as much as, like, we're playing that this is funny and shit, as much as we're joking around that this is funny, we're in such a, like, legacy era Michael Morales is the future champ, and he's South American. South American. Okay, he's all funny. Learn to wrestle. The fighter on the bottom isn't there to lie. It's mainly a boxer's job to get up. Yeah, you don't understand the rules of MMA. You're an idiot. It's the fighter's job to defend himself at all times, and it's the advancing fighter's job to advance for a finish at all times. If you're not going for a sub and you're throwing one strike a minute, you're not advancing for a finish. You're an idiot that doesn't understand the rules of MMA. Fuck off and go and watch MMA Joey. Shavkat has syphilis. He fucking gave me syphilis. I would threaten to grape their women, but they are all unhinged or animals, so it's a no-go. True. Whaley will come back stronger like a Rona bat. Stop. Whaley will come back like a Rona bat. Stop. Where's our chill music? Where's our normal chill music? Intro. Where's our chill? Let's play our chill music. Background chill. Play. Where's our background chill music? There she is. Let's go our normal tunes, boys. All right, where am I up to? 19 minutes of ground. Doesn't sound like a lot of mixing was happening in this fight. Exactly. They don't mix the martial arts. They just lie on top and then bitch when you find it boring. Shavkat isn't overrated. He's the only guy who beat Ian Gary who is really fucking good. Yeah, how good is Ian Gary? How good is Ian Gary? Which sucks to say, but how good is Ian Gary? Like, look at what Prates is doing, and Ian Gary just easily handled him for 4 rounds. 4.5 rounds, to be honest. Look what Ian Gary did to MVP. How good is Ian Gary? It's such an annoying era that we're in right now. Dougie, there's no music or it's super low. The background chill music should be coming on now, banging its chat. I'll give it a minute and then report back to me, please, man. Michael Morales is a weight bully. What the fuck, a guy with 80 inches of weight doing it welterweight? Oh, this is the same guy. If he makes... Let me guess, Islam Makhachev wasn't a weight bully at 155, even though his manager literally said he needed IV to rehydrate. Right? Islam Makhachev fan. GSP was coached by a brother. He revolutionized the tackle and cuddle. We needed to port everyone. They are married to their cousins. This is literally true. True, Micah. They are literally married to their cousins, and it is Canadian wrestling. Is the music playing in the background, guys? Yes or no? ESPN is retarded. Use Tapology. I needed the stats, the takedown stats. The neighbors home, they are, but they're used to me yelling. They're very used to me screaming, "You're fucking retarded," over and over again. Where was I up to, guys? To be fair, Islam did try and get it done. I know, but it's good to have the facts on my side of pointing out. Yes, but it's low. Thank you, Eric. It's good to have my facts on my side pointing out that he wasn't accredited with a single takedown. A single submission. And you're loud over it. Thank you, Eric. All right, background. Sure, let's go with... That should be around there. Let's have a look. Inbred goblins think hugging is a sub attempt. Yeah, I know. How much more does Islam have to do to be the GOAT? Defend one time. He might even be the GOAT now, depending on who you ask. I think he's the second best fighter of all time. I think it goes John Jones, Islam Makhachev. If he gets one more defense at welterweight, he's the greatest fighter of all time. He is the GOAT. Brady might have given him problems, but I guess we'll never know now. Yep. True, brother. True. I kind of feel like he's there now. I think it's... Music's on now. Thank you. I know, it's the way... We don't like change. I know, chat. It's all good, man. I feel... Bilal, listen, I wouldn't mind if you called Islam Makhachev the GOAT. I really wouldn't. I think his lightweight career is a little bit... It's got some holes in it, purely because he didn't get that fight with Armin. It was Moicano and Dustin at the end of Dustin's career and Volkan 11 days notice. But these are really, like, small, little annoying things. If you want to say Islam's the GOAT, I get it. To me, it's still John Jones. They've both popped for steroids. Islam's popped for Meldonium. John Jones has popped. Obviously, we don't need to get into that. I feel like if Islam defends just once, it's completely undeniable. Completely undeniable. Where do Bilal... Oh, look at that. Look at our fan base giving Islam his credit. Look at our fan base giving Islam his credit. Crazy. Isn't that crazy? GSP is better than Islam? I don't think so, Nitro Gaming. Like, GSP got a second belt, Islam got a second belt. GSP had a couple of losses on his record. Islam has literally just been knocked out once. I think Islam's above GSP. Where do Bilal and Jack rank as the worst champs in welterweight history? Well, I don't know if we need to put Jack in there. I don't know about Jack. I don't know if we need to put Jack in there. JDM needs a retired gold medalist wrestler to fix his wrestling. His jiu-jitsu was good. He just didn't get submitted. Yeah, we got to work on that wrestling, brother. Australia's jiu-jitsu is quite good. Australia's wrestling, but not so good. Joey is less than 0. He is. I picked Islam 3rd round sub after a competitive fight, but Islam was just JDM's daddy. Do we have to call him JDM's daddy, Kevin? But yes, you're not wrong. Dougie is in his Destiny era. I'm so depressed, mate. No statement from Leon or Jack yet. Are we sure they're still alive? Yeah, dude, with the way Jack was crying. And I just watched back the Leon Edwards knockout before I started the stream. While I was doing the top 10, I had the pay-per-view playing. Dude, the Leon knockout is worse in real time. Like, his head hits the back of the canvas, and then he looks up and starts smiling. Like, the smile comes to him after his brain reactivates. It's a scary bit of a knockout. Hi, everyone. I know you're all excited to get your chats read. I can see 32 people here on a flat lay stream, which is, you know, normal. I'll try and read out every single person's chats. If you're desperate to get your chat read out, that's what donations are for. Otherwise, just hold on tight, and I'll get to all of your chats as long as they're not insane. But I appreciate all of you guys being here. Like the stream while you're here. I think Usman has a better chance to beat Islam, but I wouldn't be mad if they gave Morales the shot because he has the better chance of KOing him cold. Morales was the only name that he didn't mention. I agree, Bruce. Look, I'm not going to be angry if they give it to Morales. If I was the matchmaker, I'd give it to Usman, but I'm with you, man. It's sad times when Usman's there to save 170, but it's kind of crazy, man. Like, again, I'm a bit of an Usman glazer. I've been an Usman apologist for a while. I wouldn't mind it. I'd be hyped if Usman got there. I am just a human chat reader. I'm gonna watch this Dylan Dennis Guru video after your stream. Looks like a banger because it's 40 minutes. Awesome. Thank you, Mitch. Thank you for prioritizing me above Guru. This felt like DDP versus Hamzat, but I think JDM literally tried everything he could do to scramble to get back up and not give up on himself. It just wasn't enough. Yeah, it's slightly different because with DDP, he was just trying to bench press Hamzat off, whereas with JDM, he was trying to use the tricky jiu-jitsu, but he's just... Makhachev is just so good. Whitaker and JDM, 2 champs that never defended the belt. Can anyone find a linking factor between those two? Help me, do not start. Scotland's literally never even had a champion, or I don't even think Scotland's ever fought for a belt. Don't you fucking start with me today. Jock, help me, Yorp, whatever you want to be called. Daddy's not in the fucking mood. All right, mate? Don't start with me today. And though JDM tried to do actual technical moves to get back up, unlike DDP, but Islam is too strong. Oh, there you go. I didn't even get to read that one, Cayman, but you and I are on the same page, man. Thank God for Pereira smashing Ank, or I might have stopped doing the sport after this weekend. I think this community is the only thing keeping us together at this point, mate. Dougie, there is no... There we go. They should really flash a parallel adversary warning before showing Dagestani cutting paws on pay-per-view. The kids were watching that for both. Exactly, mate. We don't want to see cousins humping each other, for God's sakes. God almighty, I'm so far behind. Let me catch back up. Ian Gary is honestly a bigger, longer version of Leon. Ian Gary is a bigger version of Leon. True. You're allowed over it. I bet on Masvidal, honestly, if he fights Leon. I'd bet Masvidal as well. Against Leon Edwards, I'd bet on Masvidal as well. Islam wasn't a weight bully. He's just bigger than most welterweights. Islam wasn't a weight bully. He's just bigger than most. I think Islam was a weight bully at lightweight, but at welterweight he's a regular size. The reason he is an NCAA Division II champion, Usman was trained wrestling with Chael Sanderson, 2004 Olympic gold medalist. Do it for the Olympic wrestling. America versus Dagestan wrestling. Usman is your savior. JDM stands for just dominated by Makhachev. Fuck. That's funny. Oh, fuck. GSP is better than Islam. I disagree. JDM stands for just dominated by Makhachev. I hate that. Send him 2-3 years, Dagestan, and forget. True. Anakin, good to see you again, Anakin. I haven't seen you in a while, man. Bro, can you think of a more aging, shittier resume than Bilal's? A more aging, shittier resume than Bilal's. Leon Burns, Brady, Luke, and Wonderboy. Yeah, I know, and he was calling himself the fucking uncrowned goat. He was saying he had a better resume than GSP. That's aging like shit. Let's be clear, once Chimaev and Islam move up a division and don't have 40 pounds of weight advantage, they don't risk anything in the fight, and they try and take it to the ground immediately. That does seem to be what has been happening, Bruce. JDM will never recover from this. I know, friendless. Neither will we. Actually, I can bet any fighter at any weight class. I just refuse to get hit for chump change. I'm the pound-for-pound #1 fighter. I never lost a round. I never bleed. Never punched in an official fight. Exactly. I just hug him. I just hug him till it's over. I'm the best fighter in the world. We should get all JDM, we should get all Islam Makhachev and Hamzat Chimaev fans Dougie's corner pillows so they can just hug him at night. A lot of John Jones and Islam's victories have an asterisk next to them. I don't think I'll take much for Islam to be above him at this stage. That's what I was saying, Alpeg. Like, if you put Islam above him, that's fine with me. That's fine with me. To me, just one more fight and Islam is the GOAT. Right now, Islam is the second best fighter of all time. I'm not a big John Jones guy, but he has 13 defenses. Yeah, I understand that, mixed martial artist. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Islam said he wants to break Usman's title record. If he does that, he will forever be the GOAT. Oh, if he breaks Usman's title record, I'm telling you, if he wins one more, he's the GOAT. If we're talking about PED cheating out of the equation, both John and Islam cheat. Wouldn't Jones be further in the GOAT debate? Jones is further in the GOAT debate. I agree with you, mixed martial artists. Jones is ahead of Islam Makhachev. Not for long, though. Not for long. Dougie is fully on board with the crutch sniffer hype train. May I remind you, Islam got slept by Pantoja. Islam got slept by Pantoja. What are you talking about, Bruce? Send to Georgia 2-3 years and forget. True. Islam needs a couple of defenses. His record at lightweight is too weak to compete with Jones's lightweight. I slightly confirmed that Jones will fight Garn or Tom again. Yes, that's the problem that I have with making Islam Makhachev the GOAT. His resume at lightweight doesn't really hold a lot. And I made this video months ago. This isn't because he beat JDM. I literally made this video last year. I said he needs to fight Armin. He's got to shore up that lightweight title reign, and he didn't. And his legacy is going to suffer for that. Leon flung backwards like he was hit with a fucking 12 gauge. He got air, Nacho. He got serious air. What is the point of the cage if you can't grab it to get up? Exactly. We need to allow cage grabs. Human chat reader. That is all I am, Nitro. Morales or Ian Gary if he beats Bilal. Let's go with Morales. No, Ian Gary. Ian Gary does deserve it, man. He keeps stepping up on short notice. He's a very good fighter. Ian Gary deserves it. Everyone liked the stream so Dougie doesn't completely give up on life after JDM got completely dominated. Bruce Rain is correct. Jones's resume is 3 times better than Islam's. Yes, that's why I have John Jones ahead of Islam Makhachev. I wouldn't mind Usman destroying Islam. That's why if I was the matchmaker, I would give it to Kamaru Usman. I'd have Shavkat versus Morales. I'd have Ian Gary versus Bilal. Whoever gets the more exciting win gets the go after Kamaru Usman. That's where I would do it. Whoa, who brought up country? I didn't know, country? What? Who said country? Did I say country? I might have said Scotland, my bad. We got 8 Mile, Eminem, Dougie, I'm in a bad mood, T995. Scotland's best fighter was Paul Craig. Exactly. I don't want to hear shit from the Scottish. At least DDP, who took Hamzat down in round 5, was dominating him in round 5. Yeah, at least DDP had a good moment. You know, but Jack had a nice combination in the third. There was one combination that Jack had that was pretty good. I think Morales is big and hard. All right, no need to get Morales hard as well. But I think that was a gay joke. But I think Islam is way better than Brady in terms of closing the distance with the shot. Brady is very robotic on the feet. Islam is far from robotic. I agree. I completely agree. And Islam's really good on the feet as well. But Morales, that weird stance that he had where he keeps his hips back, could be interesting to see. Could be interesting to see, but yeah, there's a lot of good options to go with right now, right? If only JDM was an American and not Australian, he would have actually had title defenses unlike Whitaker. Even a half-breed like Volk was able to defend. A half-breed like Volk. Okay, that's... I think he kind of embarrasses Morales, to be honest, so do I. Paul Craig beat Little Wank. Scotland mogs Dagestan. Paul Craig beat Little Wank. That is Scotland's best win ever. Send JDM 2-3 years day. We did that one. Cortez is going to do Victoria's Secret fighting. That is a thing that actually existed, Johnny. Lingerie MMA. After seeing that performance, Sean Brady would cook JDM. I think Sean Brady versus JDM is the next fight to make Anakin, but I have always said Sean Brady is the fight that scares me for JDM, so... that's JBM and it's not his name. Exactly. Go to Dagestan and marry cousin 2-3 times and forget. Dougie, I was talking about them both wearing green shorts, but if you want to blame it on both of them being genetically hindered defending because of where they are from, that is on you. This is not what I was implying at all. You completely misheard me. This is half AI. This isn't even me speaking. I AI'd this entire stream just so I could lie in bed and cry today. Sean Brady is one of those dudes where he can beat really good fighters, but to lose the power punches, he's slow on the feet. He doesn't close the distance that quickly. He's very strong, but not that athletic or dynamic. Yes, and when people aren't worried about his takedowns, they just stand there and go shot for shot with him, and he's not the boxer he is compared to the wrestler. At least we could beat Dagestani's motherfucking Scots. That is true. Michael Morales would do the same to JDM. No, JDM would piece him up. I would die on that hill. What's Adrian Martinez doing these days? It's time to get Adriano Martinez out of fucking retirement. What's up, Ground Steady? Welcome to the chat, man. Donate if you want your chat read straight away. Otherwise, I try and get through them all one by one. Serious question. If this was a fight night that started with Melmaker versus Ulrich and ended with Brady versus Morales, would this have been the best fight night of the year? Oh, God, yeah. Oh, my God, yeah. The fight night was fucking phenomenal. phenomenal. Yeah, it would have been great. The co-main in the main event ruined it. Absolutely ruined it, man. Islam versus Morales. Islam goes for the takedown, gets Morales to the ground, gets back mount on Morales. Islam here is giggling and sees Morales turn around smiling at him. Islam realizes that he is fucked. He goes to get his body triangle on, and as he gets his leg hooked around his other legs, he can feel Morales' cock getting harder and harder, and Islam runs out of the cage screaming, "No, brother! No! One of them, brother!" Pantoja mugged Makhachev. I don't know what we're talking about. DDP predicted this fight so perfectly, he knew it. Did he? Fuck. Islam got slept by Pantoja. It's a deep pull. Islam got slept by Pantoja. It's a deep... I don't know what we're talking about. Armin pulled out his... Armin pulled out his fault. Armin pulled out his fault. Chat's just saying things now. I love it when the chat gets clogged up with shit that doesn't make sense. Merab might get into a top 5 of all time. Merab might get there. Yeah. PDs and size advantage over all of his best names ducking and unpunished fouls keep Jones from the GOAT status for me. Then you would have Islam Makhachev as your GOAT. Like I said, I get the argument for both. For me, Jones is still the GOAT. Islam is number 2. I thought you would have understood that reference. I meant Adriano and Martinez slept Makhachev. I did get that one. Does Adriano and Martinez look like Pantoja? Is this what people are saying? 43 people in the chat. What's up, everyone? Good to see you all here. Welcome to Dougie's Corner. Jones is one of the few MMA fighters to have intergenerational KOs outside of the octagon. Pregnant lady, broken arm, TK. I mean, that's what makes John Jones so great. Not only is he won against all the generations of MMA fighters, but he's also won against all the generations of civilians. To deny John Jones's greatness is to deny almost combat in itself. He deserved it, but I don't like him. He deserved it, but I don't like him. He deserved it, but I don't like him. JDM? Is that who you're saying? Anakin's chin is cooked. Anakin's chin is cooked. Where do you have GSP? Now I have GSP below. GSP, I guess, would now be 4th, right? Well, I guess GSP would now be 3rd, and Mighty Mouse would be 4th. John Jones's daughter is a little Okay. Benny needs to do UFC Jiu-Jitsu. I agree, Cheddarhead. Or take himself out of the rankings and just try and be a gatekeeper. I wouldn't mind Islam to fight Usman so I could actually root for Islam for once. You hate Usman that much, huh, Nacho? Not completely sold on Usman versus Islam because Ali would get all the coin. Yeah, but it would be competitive. I want to see the most competitive fight. And I've been a big Usman apologist. I think he has been really hard done by the fans. Khamzat Chimaev, 11 days notice, upper weight class, takes him to a draw. You telling me you don't think Usman is the guy? I think Ilya Topuria should fight Sarukian so we can know whether or not he'll be able to challenge Islam or not. This is why I made the video about Islam Makhachev not fighting Ahmed Sarukian. You've got to take these important fights because they help tell the story of the division. When you've got people like Ilya or Paddy Pimblett that have sort of been curated and not fighting the best guy, when you end up in situations like this, you don't really know what to think because they haven't been properly tested. Like, Islam needed the Armin fight. It was a close fight on, I think, a week's notice last time. It was clearly his most difficult fight. And now we're talking about Islam Makhachev in the GOAT conversation, and we're comparing his resume to John Jones's resume. And because he fought Volk on 11 days notice, and he didn't get to fight Armin Sarukian, now his leg... Like, these is why we get so upset about the matchmaking in the UFC. These are important fights, and they're important fights to us, the hardcore fans, who will spend 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day, all day in the Discord, all day on other people's live streams, arguing with other MMA fans about GOAT list and legacy and who was better. We live for this shit. This is our religion. And when the UFC fuck up the matchmaking, it destroys the conversations for the rest of time. Based Pig. Fuck, we have to see inbred spamming gifs in Jack's comments section. Not just the gifs, the photo of Jack crying. Merab and Islam are the real ones. They are the real ones. This is true. After seeing that Brady performance, I'm convinced he'll never win a fight again. Sean Brady, really? You reckon, like, that's it? The mountain was too high to climb and he's going to be mentally broken, Nacho? Islam fights once a year, buddy. He fights once a year. Soon as I saw Brady wearing knee sleeves, I knew it was over. Yeah, that was weird, Ground Steady. We all pointed that out. True, he only ever fights once a year and wins every single year, but that's bad for the sport. Why are you cheering for that? Why are you Islam fans cheering for that? Hey, he fights once a year, but he wins every time. That's like, what happened? There were tournaments. There used to be one-night tournaments where the fighter would fight 3 times in one night, and he would do that 4 or 5 times a year. Send JDM 2-3 years Glasgow and forget. Said no one ever. John Jones cheated taking roids. He can't be in the GOAT talk. Islam Makhachev has popped for meldonium as well. He's also cheated taking steroids before. And his coach admitted to them using IV on him. You can pick hairs. I think Islam Makhachev is just behind John Jones to me, man. Number 2 on the GOAT list, just behind John Jones. Usman might join the GOAT list if deserving of undeserved title shots. I mean, I get why you would say that, yeah. Didn't JDM beat a Dagestani early in his run? Islam is not a normal inbred. Yeah, he's a different level of Dagestani. Elite, the pay-per-views are going away, not for the Australians. Not for the Australians. In fact, we're losing content. Petition for Neil Magny member emote. Say, a Neil Magny emote. You want a Neil Magny emoji, Chris. Islam plays tummy sticks with Khabib. Their GOAT is a pet. Okay. Considering Erwing is 30-27, one of the best prospects at the moment, how good do you think he is? I don't know. I want to see Erwing again. Did he just have a great night? And was Wellmaker just feeling himself? Because Wellmaker seems like one of those guys that gets off to his own image in the mirror. I got a mainstream M operator. Jones didn't have size advantage against Garn and folded him. That is true. Jones didn't have the size advantage. Right, that's the joke. He looks like Pantoja. Right. I hate to say it, but Ian Gary is our great white hope to beat Islam. Ian Gary's a really good Alex. He's a really good. How are you, Alex, man? This is all Sarikian's fault for pulling out. He would have slept Islam and then had a super fight with Ilya. JDM would still be rocking with it. This is Nina Drama's fault. You're absolutely right, Mitch. What is the record for the people in the chat? Oh, Guru Raid, like 200. I think naturally, without a Guru Raid, when I was on a vertical stream, we got 70 people in here. Valentina Shusnenko. Oh, dude, I'm done with Valentina. We must remember Francis has actually killed people. That counts towards his GOAT status. That's true. Combat sports, you know, there you can't. MMA God, please tell Cejudo to teach JDM how wrestling works. Well, God, Australia needs wrestling. We need wrestling, man. No white guy is going to beat him. Don't you learn your lesson last night? Do you need to get taught again? He's literally Caucasian. He is white. He's literally white. Marab is white. The Caucasus Mountains are white. Caucasians, they are white. Ian Gary low-key wins against Islam. Ian Gary might win, Chamney. Ian Gary might win. Ian Gary's got great back takes, good scrambles. Just because someone beaten hasn't been caught for PEDs does not mean they do not take them. Even Joe Slow Jan says, a lot harder to test people in Dagestan mountains compared to on the streets. Yeah, but he's literally popped for meldonium before. Don't hate Usman. I'm a big Islam fan, but he always fights Aussies. It's hard to forgive him for what he did to Jack. This is the problem with Islam Makhachev. I love Dustin Poirier. I love Alexander Volkanovski. I loved JDM. I feel like Islam Makhachev is a fucking personal vendetta against me, mate. To be fair, Islam GSP definitely annoying by playing it safe a lot of his fights when he had the belt. I remember my brother and I being sick of it after a while. Also, the Hendricks fight was a robbery. That's what I mean. Like, GSP has also got... But now we're right there in the conversation. Like, Islam is in the John Jones GSP. I mean, that's what it is now. Like, Mighty Mouse never won a second belt. So, you've got John Jones who's won a second belt. You've got GSP who won a second belt. You've got Islam Makhachev who won a second belt. Mighty Mouse is out. It's the top 3... It sort of comes down to Islam, Mighty Mouse, and John Jones, Islam, Makhachev, and GSP. This is the top 3 now. Impression of John Jones trying to steal his wife goat away from Khabib stable. Looks like a guy. I like that. When was the result for Prates versus Leon was being read out? You could see Leon standing next to Prates. I never realized Prates was that big. Usually Leon is the one dwarfing people. Yeah, dude is fucking big for the division, man. Big long legs, T995. Lanky motherfucker he is. Make a video about exposing Craig Jones. No, I'm still on Team Craig Jones. Thank you. Shavkat versus Islam would be the most competitive in late 2026. Islam gets to fight at the White House, while Shavkat gets a tune-up fight in the first half of the year. Have them meet at MSG in 2026. I like that, Ortis. Yeah, I do think Shavkat needs one more fight. So yeah, Shavkat versus Morales is sick, man. Would you consider me a hardcore fan or just I would consider you hardcore mixed martial artist? Who had an easier title reign, Islam or Usman? Islam. Usman's first 2 fights against Colby Covington were brutal, man. That's why I like Merab. I thought I would try and avoid Nurmagomedov and dominated him. Yeah, Merab is really good. Merab's awesome. 4 times a year. That's incredible, man. 2 or 3 times a year. That's perfect. 4 times a year is more than to ask for. Joan Jan's cheated taking right. We did that one. His original argument was Merab equals Islam, which is retarded. His original argument was Merab equals Islam. I don't know what that means. Honestly, though, where the fuck is Craig Jones' amazing grappling coaching? I mean, he literally helped. He took. Help me. Where is Craig Jones's amazing grappling coaching? JDM started off in the Basil Hafez fight with no takedown defense and no get-ups. He then grew up all the way into the Bilal Muhammad fight using irrigatis or Romagashes or Hiroshimas or whatever they're called to be able to nullify cage smushing, which Alex Pereira wasn't able to do against Magomed Ankalaev in the first fight, right? That fourth round was just all smushing against the cage. Getting someone to stop smushing you against the cage is very fucking difficult. And JDM was able to learn how to get out of that from Craig Jones's coaching. Not only that, but Bilal was in full top mount in the 5th round, and JDM was able to get back up. Also, at the end of the 3rd round or the 4th round, JDM was able to get back up against Islam Makhachev. You're talking about someone who had no wrestling in the past to being able to fend off wrestling now. Craig Jones absolutely helped. And Islam Makhachev's famous Das choke and Kimura was not able to work on JDM, the boxer, who it would have worked on in the past. So, you know, Craig Jones has definitely helped. It just hasn't been the windfall that we thought it would be down here in Australia. People forget, man, Piotr Jan banged ladyboys during fight camp in Thailand. Not true. All I could think last night after watching 322 was that I really wanted to see Hezbollah get Rajat. Pull a little Hezbollah. Remember you trying to tell me Wellmaker could beat Peyton Talbot? Well, I was wrong. Wasn't I wrong? Craig Jones is a jiu-jitsu guy. Never seen him defending a takedown. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem with jiu-jitsu, right? They want to be on the ground. What's next for BSD? Gaethje should be next, but it'll probably be Fiziev. There you go. Anakin said it right there. Fiziev. The joke is Brendan Schwab said in a podcast that Pantoja beat Makhachev. Oh, right. I don't listen to fucking Brendan Schwab's podcast, but I missed that one. There you go. Dougie's favorite fighter is John Collier. Bonus. He's not my favorite fighter. Shavkat has been boring for a while, and the last fight clinched it for me. His fight. Yeah, Shavkat is... Shavkat's oversold to us, I think. They are not white, for fuck's sake. They are literally white Caucasians. They are white. This is all Oliveira's fight for pulling out of the Islam fight the first time. It is Oliveira and Nina Drama's fault consecutively. Australia and Scotland should ally so we can train you guys on how to beat the Cliff people. We're so close to doing it. If we can combine Scotland and Australia together under an Anglo-Saxon nation, we can invade the East and win. In MMA, YouTube's transcript censors. How are you, Paul? Good to see you, man. That blood-smoked Vespa should be... Oh, right. Oh, fucking solar system. Okay. No point in being a degenerate gambler with MMA. Never know what the fuck is going to happen. I'm officially done with gambling on MMA. I'm done with gambling on MMA. Doesn't mean I'm not going to have a gambling sponsor one day and encourage you guys to gamble on MMA. I will sell out for money. I want this to be my job. I was demolishing a ceiling all day. But I personally am done with gambling on MMA. Hopefully one day you'll be able to use code Dougie on DraftKings or something. Can you start selling a JDM is crying towel? No, I will not make JDM is crying merchandise. Dustin did better than JDM. He did. An old Dustin at the end of his career did better. What is wrong with JDM? Welterweight is very stylistically heavy division. JDM could beat Prates potentially, but Brady could beat JDM. However, it's very likely that Brady could get chinned by Prates with that suspicious striking defense. That's what makes welterweight so exciting, right? Because there's such a play of styles going on there, yeah? Still think there are multiple welterweights that bid Islam. Usman, yes. Morales, I'm not sold on. Gary, yes. Shavkat, yes. And Mick Parkin. Let's throw Mick Parkin in there. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sold on Morales yet. I don't know where you guys are like, all right, he's got power, but it takes more than power to beat Islam Makhachev. It takes great counter grappling and get-ups. And where have we seen something that sells you that much on Morales? I cried myself to sleep last night listening to the Beatles. I don't blame you, Jedhead. I don't blame you at all, mate. It was a sad, sad night. JDM and Urseg need to flee Perth together and go to a different camp somewhere else in the world. Take Quill and Sal killed with them. Yes. We need to go somewhere that has wrestling. Even Corey Sandhagen has better takedown defense. Yeah, but Corey Sandhagen's got amazing takedown defense. Stop it. No JDM emoji? No, not after that, Chadhead. We can't have a JDM emoji. You know what, man. What is it going to be? JDM crying and Volt crying? Do I hate my channel that fucking much? Morales and Prates are the same height. Okay. The guy who's friends with the terrorist warlord is not fighting at the White House. Gaethje? Which one? Cejudo? Which one? Usman? Which one? Which one? Which one? They're all friends with him. Usman losing to Leon twice hasn't aged well. Yeah, I know, Hank. That's his worst loss. I know. Islam. Right. There's just so many that are friends with the terrorists, right? Islam is a mouth breeder, ogre blood. Okay, all right. Tamagotchi. Yeah, the Tamagotchi, whatever it's called. If only JDM had a fucking Hiroshima. If only he had a Hiroshima and dropped it on Islam, we would have gotten through this. Yeah, the jiu-jitsu. There is no way Islam wants or can break Usman's welterweight championship defense record. I think he retires after breaking the record on the bright side. If he does, he will get slept before then. No, I don't think he can. I don't think he can break Usman's record. What has Usman got? 4 welterweight wins? 5 welterweight defenses? I don't remember. But yeah, he had so many close fights at lightweight. I can't imagine him doing 5 welterweight fights and winning them all. However, he doesn't need to. If he calls out Usman and the UFC say yes to Usman and he beats Usman, Islam is the undeniable GOAT. Should have rolled the Sukazaki Yamasaki. That's it. You get it, Bang Eats Chowder. Well, if you can't beat him, join him. Inshallah, brothers. Inshallah. I'm not wearing the cross today, brothers. I'm wearing the hammer and sickle or whatever the fuck they have. I like Chandler for BSD. BSD deserves higher up the rankings loyalty business, right? I heard the UFC are giving John Pork a performance bonus. What, for beating up someone in the crowd with 12 other guys? Why did they ban John Pork from the UFC? I meant Shevchenko being boring. Oh, right. Sorry, Alpec. Yeah, Shevchenko, horribly boring. I don't give a fuck what her next fight is, to be honest, mate. Craig's grappling can only be as good as the fighter showing it. You put Craig in the cage with Islam, I think he might be able to sub him. Jack at Islam's foot, Jones would have never let go of that. That is a good point, right? Like, Craig knows when to stick to something. And also, they're different, right? Like, I'm sure with Craig Jones, it was all defensive grappling, but you got to mix it with the wrestling as well, right? John Jones is a true feminist. True. Backstage at 322 yesterday must have looked like a mental hospital. Leon permanently smiling, semi-conscious. Brady covered his butthole looking scared and Dariush falling over everywhere. Madness. And then Shevchenko walking around going, and this is why. And this is why. And this is why. Can you do an impression of Carlos accidentally setting Leon's zinc house on fire with a cigarette? There goes my zinc roof, bro. Look at it now. It's on fire now. Does that mean we can officially call it the Dougie betting curse? Yes. Do it. Call it the Dougie prayer. I saw you guys in the Discord starting the Dougie prayer video curse. We won't be doing that, by the way, chat. We're not calling it the Dougie prayer video curse. I get turned on watching Shevchenko fight. You have got problems with yourself, Chimney. You need a therapist, mate. JDM was beaten by Islam. Volk was beaten by Islam. Melbourne has been beaten by Islam. My local shopping center has been beaten by Islam. Fuck. Fuck. I hate this so fucking much. Oh, I'm having the worst time. Fuck. Dougie, you should cash in on the JDM crying meme while it's still hot. Release the JDM crying merchandise. I will not release JDM crying merchandise. Quail and Sal Killed merchandise will be available on the store tomorrow while I work on a merch drop that is going to blow your racist fucking minds. You're going to love it. Islam is the boogeyman of Australia. He literally is Friendless Norseman, and I hate it. Once this fucking style is exposed, there will be a game plan to beat it. Once we get there. We just have to get there. I can 100% see Dougie being a bookie for horse racing. Cigarette in the ear with a plastic green hat. Such a cutie. What's your underwear? What are you talking about, man? Honestly, what does this even mean? Morales hasn't been in a 5-round fight. His gas tank might fail. I know. I'm getting the whole, like, UFC fan experience right now where you guys, like, super high on Morales. He's gonna beat the second best fighter of all time. Can we see him tested first, please, boys? I don't mind the Morales fight, but the confidence for Morales, just slow down a bit on it, right? Islam will submit Morales. Lock that pick in, gentlemen. I don't think Islam takes that fight. Anyway, I think it's Usman for I think they're going to do Usman, man. Where am I up to? Sorry, guys. The last thing that was just written was just the word Islam. The Dagestan fighters hug so hard because that's how they keep their wives from running away. I know, brother. Come here, wife. You'll never go anywhere. Morales is an 89% takedown defense. He's a fucking monster. The only welterweight who has a... I know he's got a high takedown defense, but there's like levels of testing it. You know what I mean, Nacho? Like, it hasn't been tested. He only just got into the rankings, is all I'm saying. Like, let's see him tested in the rankings against a Bilal, against a Shavkat. Let's see him tested in there against a Gary who's going to throw... I just want to see him ranked... One more fight against a ranked fighter that's going to throw takedowns. I know he just fought Sean Brady, but Sean Brady didn't throw a single takedown. Like, I just want to see it proven a little bit more before I jump on the Morales is going to beat Islam Makhachev train. I'm not even saying don't give Morales the shot. Give him the shot. Fine. But I'm not going to... You know, the narrative that I put out there of Volt got up, Dustin got up, JDM got up from underneath Bilal. I have evidence when I make these narratives. I just need a little bit more flavor on my Morales sausage sandwich. Islam even implemented the reverse Powhatan, which is calf kicks, but instead of exciting striking, he just wet blankets for 5 rounds. True. 2 more fights and Islam is gone. Yep. And he only really needs 1 more. Am I the only person who thinks Henry is going to kill Talbot? He was standing with Song and Talbot just got beat by a wrestler. Am I missing something? No, Crisp, you're asking the exact same question we all are. Are we just believing in Talbot because of the height? Cejudo was doing quite well against Song Yudong until he got poked in the eye. I know, Crisp, I know. I'm not rooting for a transvestite fanboy and I'm just not doing... I agree, Chadhead. Like, I'm just not getting on the Morales train. I was just rewatching your dad's reaction to Leon getting slept and he was loving the knot. Dude, my dad loves the knot. He honestly loves UFC. He loves UFC. I won't say MMA. He loves UFC. My dad, me and him at lunch used to watch the fights. He loves it, mate. He absolutely... How good was yesterday's stream chat in the living room with the family? Did you guys enjoy that? Did you guys enjoy that chat? I was watching back a little bit of it to hear how the audio was going. It was a fun stream, man. Dougie, don't jump on the Glaze train. Islam will never be the GOAT. He's 1 fight away from being the GOAT, Bruce. How bad is Bilal Muhammad? He's pretty fucking bad, man. Great stream. Your dad is right. I'm happy you guys liked it, man. People forget, man. Brady beat Craig in a grappling match. True. But there were no heel hooks allowed. Someone in chat needs to take out Javier Mendez. Let's not forget how Khabib retired. True. Exactly. We've got to do something. 9 out of 10 stream. Awesome, man. I'm happy you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm happy. Usman has no tendons in his kneecaps. I can't see him winning the title. I can't believe that narrative anymore, Excited Solar System. Usman has got no tendons in his knees. Well, he was able to wrestle with Hamzat Chimaev. He was able to wrestle against Buckley for 25 straight minutes. I don't know what to say, man. Usman's tendons are fine. Your dad and bro seem like good bastards. Great stream. The gentleman in the yellow was funny. Fuck yeah. Epic stream. Epic family times. Awesome, man. I'm sad I missed watching with the family, but my companion got 220 views, so it might have been... Well, that's good for you, Jock. I'm happy for you, man. I'm genuinely happy for you, man. Well done. I'm happy you guys enjoyed the family stream. That's awesome. Maybe we'll do it again. Great stream ruined by a terrible night. I hate everything. Nice. YouTube didn't show me the stream for some reason. You know why? Better MMA, but I don't know if you guys know this or not. You can go to the Discord. I'll describe it in when there's a little bit of a quieter stream, but there is a Discord channel called YouTube Channel Updates, and you can set your Discord notifications just to that channel, which I update every single time I go live. So you are guaranteed to get a notification every single time. That has always been available ever since I started the channel. I don't know if anyone utilizes it, but there you go. Even the belt knows women are not built for it. UFC's belt literally snapped in half. Don't forget JDM crying, making that backstage scenario. Yeah, and JDM walking around going, Islam bloody Makhachev. And Volt crying as well. It's fucking Islam Makhachev again, mate. Islam is the boogeyman of Australia. He is. I'm suffering with you. Dougie just thought it was funny. I know, Paul. I know, dude. It's so annoying, dude. That's the thing. Like, at least we can laugh at ourselves. These fan base... Jeez, that Hamzat fight was a little bit boring. I'll kill you, brother! I'll kill you! I just thought it was a little bit boring, that's all. Leon's coach told him to stop letting him bully your son. And Leon went, oh, okay, lad. Oh. When I see Craig Jones, I feel like he has a really hairy arsehole, right? I can't have JDM crying merch and Robert Whittaker jawless merch, Volk CTE merch. There's a market. I'm not doing it. If there was a smart Muslim fan out there, they'd make that merchandise, but I'm not selling that merchandise, mate. Aussie glaze down my throat. Impression of JDM after that fight, mentally and physically broken so badly he just can't stop crying. That's just been me all day. I don't want to keep doing that impression. Thank you, mate. See you, Nacho. See you, mate. Have a good one. We might have to do the recap. We might have to do the pick recap tomorrow. It's already been an hour. We'll go on for a little bit longer, but we might have to get to the picks recap tomorrow. See you, Nacho. But the Dougie prayer curse is true. It's not true. It's not true. Brother, you smell so good. Let me have, brother. You smell so good. You smell Australian, brother. You're clean, brother. You're wearing deodorant, brother. Let me smell you, brother. Is Islam the boogeyman of the Western world? Literally, Islam is the boogeyman of the entire Western world. Birth rates, the way they beat us in fighting, redheads converting in England. They are the boogeyman of the entire, the New York mayor. They're the boogeyman of the entire Western world. We don't have to worry about the JDM t-shirts being copyright struck now. He'll be happy for the support. I'm never going to sell another JDM t-shirt again. It's over, Paul. JDM crying, Leon smiling, Sean covering his butthole, Darius slipping over, Shevchenko trying to talk to all of them, not realizing that none of them care or acknowledge her being there. Wild scenes at UFC 322. And this is how we win. Yeah, that's good, Shevchenko. It's fucking Islam Makhachev over there. Keep away from the Australians. The no-knees argument for Usman is shit. Yeah, it's just, we're past the no-knees argument. We're past the no-knees argument. Islam, take off his estrogen blockers for 1 month and he is cooked. Exactly. 19-0 can get to your head. It can absolutely get to your head. Morales was literally just tested by the #1 contender. I just said, I want to see his wrestling tested up in the division. Like, I want to see a ranked opponent test his wrestling. That's all I'm saying. I didn't even say don't give him the title shot, but I'm not going to create a narrative about how he can beat Islam Makhachev without seeing his wrestling tested at a higher level. I'm not mad at Usman fought. I'm not mad at the Usman fight if it happens within 6 months. Neither am I. I think I'm not mad with the Usman fight at all, man. Did we make it into the picks? Try and listen and bed down the old lady. So I'm just... Did we make it to the picks? I'm trying to listen and bed. You're trying to fuck and listen to me? Go on, Kyle. Go on, Kyle. Get it, mate. Go on, man. You know you got more in you, brother. Feel it, bro. Deep in them guts, mate. Full-on depth penetration. Slap that pubis, mate. Bloody ball to shin, Kyle. Get it going, brother. No, we haven't gotten to it yet. We might get to it tomorrow, mate. Morales does look way bigger than Islam. He does look big, man. Dakies are based for showing their women their place. This is true. You know Usman's medical history? He actually has, like, no ligaments in his knee. Make her feel the pain, man. Don't let her bully you, Kyle. Get deep in them sugar walls. The chat's gone off the fucking rails now. Alright, MMA. Back to MMA. Let's not all just... There's 40 people in here just cheering on Kyle into his ear. Fucking get her, mate. Impregnate her. Another win for the whites. We need one more baby. What the fuck are we doing? Usman's medical history. Yeah, I know. I get Usman's medical history. I get it, man. I get it. But I've never seen it have any fucking effect on his fights. So what am I meant to say? I've never seen it have any effect on his fights at all. Your dad was right. My dad was right. 9 out of 10 stream. I don't see anyone beating Islam at 170 at this stage. His double legs were way too quick. His double legs, man. They were easy. I could root for Morales. All right, loyalty business, go for it. Your dad and your bro seem cool. I'm happy you guys enjoyed the stream, man. Great stream. Awesome. Fuck yeah, it was epic. Excited Solar System is a hilarious name. Yep, the Excited Solar System, I know. I did right on picks this weekend, but we'll be back next week. You did all right. Everyone did all right. Everyone did pretty good on picks. We'll get to the picks. Great stream, ruined by a terrible night. YouTube didn't show the stream for me. Usman going to get the stem cell juice in his knees. Yeah, Usman's knees are honestly, I don't know, man. I don't know about the whole Usman knees thing anymore. I'm done with it. I do know about it. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. JDM versus Buckley. JDM versus Buckley or JDM versus Sean Brady. Either one. If John Jones fights against Alex Garn or Tom, Islam will need a legacy fight and a second defense to be in the... If John Jones fights again against... Oh, yeah, well, they're neck and neck right now, Chris. Essentially, they're neck and neck right now. So I think John Jones is slightly ahead just because he's got a few more belts. But having Anderson Silva's win streak, being the longest reigning lightweight champion, and moving up and collecting a welterweight belt off a very, very good JDM, that Bilal Muhammad fight did happen. It does exist. He's just a little bit behind. If he had fought Arman Sarukian and beaten Arman Sarukian, we could have a different conversation, but I probably won't, because whenever I hear the Discord notification, I get dopamine spike thinking someone is messaging me. Fair enough, better. I'm just more explaining it to everyone out there who's like, I don't get notifications. You can get them on the Discord. Got about, we did that one. Those were years of frustrated rage. Let me bang, bro. Let me bang. Islam's best wins are to some random chef and JDM, 2 mid Aussies. Islam's best wins are to some random chef and JDM, 2 mid Aussies. Who's? Oh, some random chef. You motherfucker. You motherfucker, some random chef. Alexander Volkanovski, some random. Who's in the top 10 of the GOATs himself, right? Winning the belt back at featherweight at an old man age. Being a featherweight. Like, is Volk not in a top 10 GOAT? Like, Islam has got Volk on his fucking legacy as well, twice. And Volk is in the top 10 of the GOATs. Fuck, man. Too much to recap today. There's too much to recap today. Mate, I'm not sure that's even his son. Thank you, Random Alphabet. Bro, just to be clear, Usman looked good against Warlord's pet, but his medical history is still true. The tendons are gone. The tendons might be gone, but I just don't think it affects his fight. Excited solar system. Dougie, 59 minutes. Dougie at the 1 hour, 1 minute. No, we'll go for a little bit. We'll go for a little bit longer. Want to see Morales wrestling tested. He just fought Sean Brady. Did Sean Brady throw a takedown? Didn't think so. Isn't Sean Brady one of the best grapplers? Did Sean Brady throw a takedown? What part of I want to see his wrestling tested are we not understanding? But he just shot Sean Brady. Sean Brady didn't throw a takedown. I want to see his wrestling tested at a high level. But he just shot Sean Brady. Sean Brady didn't show a takedown. Ah! It's crazy. Would Sean Brady have thrown a takedown if he thought he could? I don't know why he didn't try it. I want to see someone at a high level throw one and see what happens before I can say he beats Islam. That's all I'm saying. It's crazy how fun and exciting these Dagestanis are when they fight outside of the cage against Dylan Dennis, or up 2 weight classes with an IV bag. But when they're up a weight class, all of a sudden we must hug to get a win. What if he did throw a takedown? Exactly, what if he did? Your outfit looks like something Eminem would wear. Thank you, Better MMA. I wasn't going for that. It's my I'm having a funeral outfit today. Prates might be the best of the fighting nerds. He might be, Johnny. Get deep in those sugar walls. Yeah, slap her with it. Slap her with it. Where am I up to? Kyle. Impression of Kyle holding down his girlfriend for 19 minutes with no finish in sight. Brother. Are you gonna finish? Brother. Did you hear Whitaker's wife is about to pop out yet another kid? Good for Whitaker. We need them. Still sad for JDM. Me too, Moody Wizard. That's why we're in all black today. Can you imagine if Piotr Jan, just Michael Morales size, Mogs Moran, gets him out of there in a round? That would be fucking amazing if Piotr Jan gets the win. Would be a good end to what's been a hard year for MMA fans. We need to check Morales' wrestling. I've got the perfect matchup. Hear me out. The guy that just submitted a former champion, Sean Brady. Hang on a minute. He never shot a takedown. Adyar is the biggest middleweight and lost to Allen. Morales might gas out like Adyar. That's what we meant. Like, I need to see a little bit more from Morales before I say he could beat Islam. I don't mind if he gets the title shot. I just need to say more. If you don't stop this inbred glazing, I might hurt someone today. Today's the day for it, Nitro. They've earned it. I'm glad you were able to meet your family with us. Glad we were able to share that experience with you. Thank you, Bruce. I can't believe I have a real dad. Volk won the first match. I wish I could say he did, M operator. My point is Sean Brady's dumbass is not trying for the takedown. I know it kills me, man. I don't understand. He just fought Sean Brady. Yep, we just went through all these. I just read all this. Whitaker might be the Church of the Latter-day Saints. Mormon just pumping out the kids. I know, mate. What if he did shoot for a takedown, but he didn't, did he? Perfect world, Morales doesn't need to wrestle versus Islam, but he will need to wrestle because it's Islam Makhachev, and Islam Makhachev isn't an idiot, and he will shoot for a takedown, throw a takedown. You know what I'm saying. If they both punch the machine that measures power, who would hit harder, Prates or Morales? Ooh. I think probably Prates, because much like the Neil Magny shot, I don't see a lot of power going into Pratez's shots. He just seems to hold his fist out there and cunts just die. Whereas with Morales, you know, he swings. You can see the hips and the shoulders go into the strikes. Pratez is confusing to me, mate. He really is, man. He just sort of doink and out they go. What is exciting about a group of cowards jumping someone? Nothing, Carpathiest. Yet the guys they jump are always the ones getting fined. I'm happy Sean Brady lost to him and Islam have some of the... I'm happy Sean Brady lost. Him and Islam have some of the dullest styles in welterweight and everyone else is just cool. I agree, hats off, hats off. I wasn't the biggest Sean Brady fan in the world. In fact, I actively hated Sean Brady. So this is great. But... you know, you replace one evil, you know, there's the devil you know versus the devil that you don't. At least Sean Brady was a good-hearted American Western Shad who went and fought anyone, anytime, anywhere, where Morales wears dresses and licks his own arsehole in the mirror on TikTok. I feel so bad about so many things. JTM. It's in the memories. Pratez is my favorite nerd, but let's be real, he doesn't stand a chance against Islam. He doesn't stand a single chance, man. If Leon Edwards is getting your back and Ian Gary is getting your back, Islam submits him easy. Jan watched Pereira versus Yuggenaught Mog Ankalaev. Jan watched Pereira versus Ankalaev. Mog... he's like, yeah, I got to make Merab scared of me. Yes, the Jan fight inspired by the Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev fight is going to make Merab march down. Going to make Jan march down Merab. Thank you, Mitchathan. You think Leon saw his dad during that knockout? Brutal, simply kudos. That's why he was smiling. There's my dad, bruv. I could see him under the zinc roof, bruv. That's a horrible joke. That's brutal, simply kudos. Not funny. Not funny, simply. I could see my dad again, bruv. Impression of Islam saying he grew up under the zinc roof, brother. Tell Kyle to send his old lady to Dagestan 2-3 years and forget the brother. She come back properly trained, the brother. Usman has a good chance at the 185 belt at 170. Miles Morales versus Barral. The Buck versus the Cock. JDM versus Pratez. You want Usman to move up to 185. I mean, not a bad shout, right? Considering Usman on short notice at 185 did so well against Hamzat. Morales versus Bilal, Jack versus... So who versus Islam? Chimney in that. Dougie just smashed the cat like Islam smashed your boy. Couldn't have done it without you, mate. Mark just smashed the cat. Just did it. We were all... Where is Kyle's chat? Let me bring Kyle's chat. There it is. Just smashed it like Islam smashed your boy. We were all part of that smashing, boys. You are no longer incels, chat. You were all just helping Kyle get it done. That was our pussy, chat. Well done, chat. Next time someone asks you, chat, when was the last time you got some puss? On this very day. We were in Kyle's ear, and we were smashing his missus. Well done, chat. What the fuck? I'm uncomfortable with the Kyle situation. I agree. I'm very uncomfortable with the Kyle situation. What the fuck are we doing? Oh, man. Pratez has anime. He does have One Punch Man power, I do. The Dagestanis are only good wrestlers. What is this? I hate how if you don't like this boring ass performance, which reminds mass performance, you're considered an Islamophobe. Or told to watch boxing. Pathetic victim mentality fan base. I agree, GG. I agree, dude. It was one of my main arguments of today's video. You should check out the recap if you haven't, brother. But I break it down pretty thoroughly in today's video. The bullshit take about just don't watch it, brother. If you don't like wrestling, don't watch it. I literally break down the rules on how you're meant to advance from top position. The Dagestanis are only good wrestlers when they're in the cage. Middle of the octagon, they are Down syndrome orphanage children. They're better off chained. Excited, you go so hard, mate. So hard. Some people just have that touch of death. Yep. And Pratez is one of them, man. Where is Merab pound for pound if he beats Jan again? Oh, the pound for pound's so tight. Islam has to be at the top of the pound for pound. So does Alex Pereira because he's literally fought across weight classes. So does Ilya Tapuria because he's fought across weight classes. That means Merab default is at number 4. That's the highest that you can put him. Just is. Pratez catches them coming in. He's trickier. Morales is more natural power. That's what I reckon. Yeah, he sort of uses their power against them. On a different note, Volkanovski's offspring come out. Volkanovski's offsprings are microcosm of the state of the world right now. Soy men are giving birth to girls, not men. Even one of the greatest fighters are cooked. I know, mate. We need to get rid of microplastics so we can get testosterone back in the water. With Prates, you can really see his timing and accuracy. He landed square on Leon's chin, right as both feet were in the air. Straight shot at the right place at the right time. Yeah, Prates just knows how to fucking land on people. It's crazy, man. And Leon did literally get air. I'm seeing the zinc roof, bruh. Morales TKOs him. Prates knocks them the fuck out. Who the fuck is that guy? How are you, Gotatan? Good to see you, man. Everyone has a chance in MMA, but yeah, I reckon Morales has a better chance than... Who just said that? I was reading someone's chat. Better MMA. Sorry, mate. Everyone has a chance in MMA, but yeah, I reckon Morales has a better chance than Prates. Yeah, Prates doesn't have a chance. Everyone has a chance. You're right. Everyone has a chance. But Prates, stylistically, there's holes in his game that are easily exploitable. We need a registered serial sex offender in the UFC. Okay. Does Leon not have a dad? Because, okay, all right, everyone. Islam camped in half guard and sat on JDM. This is a cut worse than how Marab. Islam camped at half guard and sat on JDM. This is a cut worse than even how Marab fights. I agree. Hats off, hats off. Literally not a single submission attempt accredited to him. I'll just be writing JDM like this in lowercase until he redeems himself. JDM. It's in the tears. We need a system that takes power from the UK Russia. I don't know what that is. The only one that can defend Petr Yan is Petr. The only one that can defeat Petr Yan is Petr Yan. Exactly. Petr Yan will march him down, and he will beat Marab, and we will get on a better timeline. An excited soul system just says put them in a cage again. All right. Brady looked like a lamb going to slaughter against the Spider-Man. I don't know why he didn't shoot a single takedown. It's killing me. G'day, legends! How are you, Dig? Good to see you, Dig. Good to see you, you bloody legend. We're having a funeral today, mate. Kyle is never watching this streams again. Never again. Never again. Although we were all in it together. You know, Kyle might have enjoyed it. Dougie, I'm not impressed with your performance. I'm not impressed with your... Leon Edwards laughed as he fell, because... him felling meant that he had truly soared. At least I'd reached the top, bruh. JDM's career ended. Our fucking career began the very next day. JDM's career ended and our fucking career... Our fucking career. began the next day. Dougie, Dylan Dennis just got jumped by John Pork and Khabib's team. Guru just made an upload. They're so humbled to react to it. Guru is really trying to get acid thrown in his face with the way that he's been going. With Guru's reaction to the fight and now doing this, Guru's going on a generational run by the looks of it. I want the Dougie's Corner thing to be just at the top of the camera. That's it. Beautiful. Not even funny. No way Leon saw him in heaven. We all know. Oh, right. Excited solar system. Yes, we know about Leon Edwards' dad. Thank you. Communal pussy, mate. Poor Kyle. Islam didn't even attempt any meaningful submissions. He sort of just grabbed his arm and pretended to go for a Kimura. Islam Makhachev was not accredited with a single submission attempt as the advancing fighter, the fighter in which whose job it is to finish the fight. It is the defending fighter's job to defend himself at all times. It is the fighter's advancing's job to push for a submission or to finish the fight. That is literally the rules of MMA. There was one significant strike per minute of the fight with not a single submission attempt. 19 minutes of control time in a 25-minute fight. Truly pathetic. Pathetic, pathetic, pathetic. Oh, God. Usman had the best chance at 185. Let me read the chat. I've missed it. There we are. Easy to get the belt there rather than fight Islam at 170. Yeah, I agree. I agree. But I still like Usman there. But I'm not. I get what you're saying, Shaman. And I wouldn't be angry if Usman did move up. I'm not even that mad at Islam because that's what I exactly expect from the Dagestanis. But JDM looked pathetic out there. He was getting clipped on the stand-up too. I know, JJ. I know. That's why we're having a funeral and I'm upset, mate. He did look pathetic out there. I know. Even though DJ is the GOAT, his commentary pisses me off so much. He gives so many backhanded compliments. I don't listen to his commentary, so I haven't heard that, Chris. But, yeah, the way that he's, like, all for the wrestling annoys me. But I haven't listened to his commentary. If you don't like wrestling, don't watch MMA. It's like we can probably fucking won't you dickheads. Yeah, that's not good for the sport. If we all decide not to watch MMA, that's not good for the sport. I'm Islamophobic because I think their culture is inferior and immoral. Got nothing to do with them being boring fight. Yeah, Carpathius is saying it with his chest. Carpathius is just like, I'm just Islamophobic. Were you born in WA? I was born in Melbourne, Mitch. I was born in Melbourne. I hope the Russian inbreds try and start a brawl with the fighting nerds or a big group of Brazilians with Pereira in the middle of it, like the main character, and get slapped. Khabib and Islam both get slept. Yeah, they'll never fight one-on-one, or they'll never fight another team. Carpathia's saying it with his chest. Leon got a landing strip across his forehead. Poor Leon. Ronda Rousey curses Zhang Weili. Ronda Rousey is the kiss of death. True. Kyle as in MMA guru. No, Kyle as in Kyle in our chat. Islam dodged your boy. It must have been Islam dogged your boy. It must have been painful. He was crying, Dig. My boy was crying. It was painful. Dougie, we're all in it together, corner. Poor JDM, even though Dougie was his biggest fan, he'll forget about him by next one. I'll never, no. I'll never forget about it. I watched JDM in Eternal. Guys, Eternal this weekend was amazing. Eternal 100 and 101. Amazing cards. I watched JDM in Eternal, and I'm going to keep being a JDM fan. Now, what I need all of you to do out there is to forget about the image of JDM crying in the corner. I need you all to forget about that. Never bring it up again. We're going to move past that. By the way, they separated Leon and Prates after 30 seconds of interaction on the ground, but Islam and even Bilal can stay on as long as you do literally nothing. I know. Notice how we haven't seen Jason Herzog since the accusations either, by the way, chat. No Jason Herzog last night either. That's now 3 events in a row. No, 2 events in a row since the accusations. No Jason Herzog. Things that make you go, Jason Herzog is being investigated, and he's no longer at fight events. Dougie, that was a lame fight, but at least Pereira killed one of them. At least we have that trip. That will get us through it, mate. Imagine a team so dominant but chooses not to get the win. That's Islam. Imagine a team so dominant but they choose not to get the win. That's Islam. Not to push for a finish. Is that what you're saying? Even if they stand it back up, Hamzat and Islam can just take them down again. I know, Paul, but it's about the chance, mate. It's about the chance. Islam fights exactly like Torres Finney. Only one of those guys you don't hate because Muslims will defend this style with everything because they can't take any criticism. I mean, you literally just say, I thought it was kind of boring, and they fucking rage out at you. And it's like, number one, it's subjective. I'm allowed to find it boring. And number two, you're listening to an Australian MMA channel. What did you expect here? What did you expect to find? When you tuned into Dougie's Corner for his fight analysis and his reaction to the fight, JDM, Islam Makhachev, who has beaten Dan Hooker, who has beaten Alexander Volkanovski twice, and is now fighting JDM. When you tuned into Dougie's Corner, who has got a custom-made JDM thumbnail, just by the way, right? Can we just YouTube? Let's go to YouTube real quick. Let's go to YouTube together real quick. Let's just go to my channel real quick. Now, when you tuned into this live stream here that has a custom JDM thumbnail, what did you fucking expect to be the analysis and the breakdown? How did you expect me to react? If you're watching Premier League and you go for Man City and you decide to just waltz over and sit in the middle of the Man United breakdown, what did you fucking expect? What do you expect them to do? This is why I say they might be the dumbest fan base out there. When they get upset at me. Videos. Today's video. Recap. Comment section. Comment section. Where is he? Where is he? Where is this motherfucker in the comment section? There, this motherfucker. Their favorite countrymen lose, you start yapping about the religion and start mocking their fans. Like only white Muslims can support Muslims. Worst shit live stream today, not gonna lie. Shit live stream today. What do you expect? What do you expect? How are you, pound for pound? At least pound for pound is a Muslim that can take a joke and have a laugh and understands sports banter. At least he's one of the good ones. How are you, pound for pound? Good to see you, man. But these ones that are like shit live stream today, not gonna lie. When you clicked on this live stream that had a custom JDM thumbnail. What did you fucking expect me to be like? Thank you, Mike, for the $10, man. I really appreciate it, mate. Huge donation. Sorry for the loss, Doug. Next time we will do a proper prayer to the MMA gods. Should have bought a virgin kangaroo, and slit its throat on the prayer video. Thank you so much, Mike, for the $10, man. I really appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, dude. What's up, Shotgun? Good to see you, man. How are you coping with the JDM loss? Not well. I'm abusing people. No, but good to see you, man. Good to see you both, man. Your old man's called. Thank you, dude. I'm happy you enjoyed the stream yesterday. Thank you so much for the $10, man. That's a lot of money, brother. Just life support. We move on. We move on pound for pound. It's good to see you, man. I'm pound for pound. You're one of the good ones, dude. You're always one of the good ones. Where am I up to? Where was I up to in the chat? They separate Leon and Prates. We did that one. That was a lame fight, but at least Pereira killed one of them. Imagine a team so dominant. Yeah, even if they're standing back up. Islam fight exactly like Torres Finney. Usman's forehead is visible from space. It is. You should know who should get the next title shot. The guy who lost twice to the guy who lost to the guy who lost to the guy. Kamaru Usman. I mean, it's just because I think Kamaru has got the legacy, and it would officially would it not make Islam Makhachev the greatest fighter of all time, like undeniably? If Islam Makhachev, this is where we're at with Islam Makhachev. He's the second best fighter of all time. If Islam Makhachev beat Alexander Volkanovski twice, who's in the top 10 of the GOAT list, moves up to welterweight, gets a 50-45 at welterweight against a guy who just showed good counter grappling in Bilal Muhammad, is the best lightweight of all time, and then beats the second best welterweight of all time, after the second best welterweight of all time just drew with Khamzat Chimaev on 11 days notice and 50-45 Buckley, does that not make him clearly the best fighter of all time? Like, Usman's legacy is right there to be snatched up, and there's a good argument for it. We got Hooker versus Sarukian next week. Oh, hang on a minute. We're cooked. Thank you again, Mike, for the $10. It's funny how at 170, Islam would throw Topuria out of the octagon like a fucking football. I have no interest in seeing Islam versus Topuria at 170, Cayman. Absolutely none at all, man. How does Yuri versus DDP go at 205? Yuri just wins. I don't know how. Yuri doesn't know how, but Yuri just wins. Told you Goatatan is him. He ain't even none of the cousin-loving goat fucking inbred nut-hugging, just boom! Puts his massive balls in little Ankalaev's face and fucking sleeps him, lad. True Goatatan. True Powhatan is him. I can't wait for Guru to go off on DJ about the inbred fighting. Oh, the recap tomorrow is going to be great between them. JDM didn't expect Islam to shoot in the middle of the cage and thought it'd let him back up to win. I could understand JDM's style. It just didn't work. There was actually a reason that JDM's takedown defense wasn't working the same way, and Islam was teasing him with the head kick. Every time JDM bobbed down, like he did against Bilal, Islam would just throw the head kick out there. So, yeah, there's a reason the takedowns were so easy. You're making me look like a psychopath. My chat said, put the POWs from the Ukraine war in the UFC cage. I mean, you type insane shit. Are we mourning Brady, Dariush, or no? We're mourning everyone. Yeah, we can mourn Brady and Dariush. We can mourn them too, why not? Muslims won't fight each other, but we'll fuck each other. Yes, true. There isn't an inbred nut hugger born from a mother who will smudge Powhatan. True. Was JDM crying? Yeah, at the end of the 4th round, start of the 5th round, there's a look on JDM's face that looks like he's crying. Ben Adderall. I don't know what we're saying. I'm sorry. Why did Jack's team not let Craig in the cage in the later rounds? Because Craig Jones was doing nothing. So they were like, we don't need you right now. We need motivation. They won't fight anyone. A handful of professional fighters who are Muslims don't have a damn thing to say in public. It's all online. It's always online. I forgive, but I can't forget JDM. I don't blame you, mate. Refs are corrupt in football too. They make it so fucking obvious. Yeah. But at least in football, you gotta like get 6 or 7 referees to be corrupt. In MMA, it's just 1, right? Thoughts on Trump's neck? What? I don't know, Chris. I don't know. Jay, what are your thoughts on Trump's neck game? Oh, the Epstein files. Huh. We'll get the entire Epstein files. We'll get it all done. We'll get it investigated. Except for me. Don't investigate me. JDM looked so mean and ready for the walkout. So much aura, but became demoralized when he realized Islam can land a takedown whenever he wants without the cage being behind him. I know. Hats off. I know. Would we have coached Kyle if he was betting his old man? No, of course not. Morales' style just favors him more in front of a grappler as compared to Prates. Morales' style just favors him more in front of a grappler compared... Yes! Yes, which is probably why you go with Morales over Prates. Who cares if Muslims get mad? You see how they fight. What kind of threat is that anyway? Yeah, I don't mind being held down for 15 minutes. I'm actually happy to hear Islam wants to break Usman's record, so he is getting slept. I don't think he will. I think he's just saying that. I think one more defense and Islam's out of here. I forgot Hooker got done by Islam too. Exactly. JDM has such a large forehead, made his crying face look so much worse. It did. It did, man. JDM looked horrible. What happened, brother? What happened, brother? Pound for pound. I know, man. Leon got separated after 30 seconds of interaction on the ground, but Islam doesn't get separated once. 0 ground and pound, 0 submission attempts. It's number one bullshit, brother. Number one bullshit. Advancing fighter needs to advance to finish the fight. Islam Makhachev, not a single submission attempt. Would you say you're upset about him? Where would you say you're upset about losing? Shut up, cunt. Morales stand up very low. Prates upright with a light right hand Muay Thai leg. Morales' hips are so far back, they're still in his home country of Ecuador, so Islam will be forced to close the distance. Yes, that is the interesting thing about Morales' fight style. He does fight with his hips really far back. It's very interesting to watch. How many times have we said that MMA has the dumbest fan base in all of sports? Oh, we'll continue saying it forever, M Operator. Morales will knock him the fuck out. I don't know, Go-Tatan. I'm not willing to say that yet, but I see why you guys are picking him. I'm going to wipe my... All right, Jock. You know I can't say that. Thank you again for the $10, Mike. So much. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the $10. Your old man is cool. I'm happy you guys enjoyed the stream. Just a sport, pound for pound. That's it. We can have fun, man. It's just a little bit of shit talking. Exactly, dude. I really do appreciate you, pound for pound. It does bring a lot of joy to my heart. The humanity in it, mate. The fact that you understand that this is just sport. We're just laughing. It's just a game. It's all good, man. Thoughts on Ilya's reaction? I don't want Ilya to move up to 170. So Ilya's reaction, he needed to have a reaction. He needed to say something. You've got to say something so people talk about your tweet and it keeps you in the zeitgeist. But I'm not interested. Remember when we thought JDM would just get back up? Or remember when we thought when he was going to win? Good times, man. Good time. Remember yesterday when I was convinced JDM was going to win? Remember when I put the whole last of my betting account on JDM because I was convinced he was going to win and I invited my dad and my brother over? Yeah. Good times, man. Islam would cook Usman's knees. Yeah, he might. He might. But again, Usman, no knees, was able to counter wrestle Hamza at 11 days notice. People really thinking about Marty getting the next title shot? You cannot be serious. I am Super Gamer. I am. Imagine being God's chosen people, yet killing the... All right, dude. Can we not start off with the... and end it with the Zionist John Jones excited solar system? He is not the second best fighter of all time. I think he is Bruce Wayne. Islam versus Morales, or we riot. I want Islam versus Usman. Super Shotgun. Which I know is ironic, considering I made so much content laughing at Usman for the next title shot. Yuri brings the storm. Yeah, Yuri doesn't even know how he's going to win, but Yuri's going to win. The UFC is literally just being carried by Poatan and Ilya Tapuria. The blood of the unrighteous will be washed clean by the wrath of the MMA gods. Exactly, excited solar system. Doug, your mistake was praying to the MMA gods who have no power. Next time, pray to the one true Lord. You know what? I might even just chuck in... You know what? I'm going to pray to the MMA gods and actual God on the next prayer video because Piotr Jan is a based Orthodox brother. And I'll even get, you guys have never seen this one, my proper Orthodox cross. We'll get the real cross out. We'll get the real cross out for fucking Pantoja, for Marab, Piotr Jan. We'll get the real one out for Piotr Jan, and we'll go hard for Piotr Jan. We'll pray to all of the gods, the MMA gods and the real. Dude, that Leon KO had me high for a while. You think Leon's done? Oh, Leon's done, man. Leon is done. Benadryl is a sleep medicine. You ruined it. Right. Benadryl is a sleep medicine. I didn't know that. I don't need sleep medicine. I work too hard. I also get the countryman thing in a way. There's no part of me rooting for Saruki and KO to rise to the top as a South Korean. It's not crazy on the countrymen though, but I do like seeing the South Koreans. But yeah, it's sport, man. You got to root for your countrymen, of course, man. You have to. There's no diagonal cross below the main crossbar. Carpathius knows his religions. True, Carpathius. True. Thank you for ruining the bit, Carpathianism, with your 100% literal facts all the time. Thank you, Carpathius. Every time. Well, actually, to the letter of the word. Thank you, Carpathiast. He loves the literal things. Impression of Craig Jones standing in JDM's corner and doing absolutely fucking nothing. Well, fuck, he can shoot it. Wrestling. Fuck, I didn't think about that. Queen Valentina is the women's MMA GOAT is official. I told you she would dominate the evil Chinese woman. I don't think she is the women's welterweight GOAT. Super Shotgun, we're going to have a good week going back and forth, bro. I don't think she is. I don't rate the people on her resume as much as I rate Nunez's. Nunez has Valentina. Nunez has Ronda Rousey. Nunez has Misha Tate. Nunez has Holly Holm, I believe. Nunez has Chris Cyborg. Who's Valentina got? She's got Wei Lee and she's got Holly Holm. The rest are nobodies. I stand with Ortega, by the way. If he dumped Cortez because of her triple pierced titties, 100% oh, yeah. Not just the fact that she fucked Paulo Costa. It was the titties. George Carlin used to say, make peace, not fuck. It's true. Impression of Dougie going through a breakup and Craig Jones comes to your corner and does absolutely nothing. I mean, she fucking took everything, mate. Craig, what are we going to do? I don't know. You're fucked, cunt. Bedtime released what it felt like to be a Leon Edwards fan. Oh, by the way, JDM will have to go through the former welterweight champion curse where they go on 3 straight. No, we're going to break it. JDM's going to break it. Stop it, Poetan. JDM's going to break it. That would actually... Where was I up to? Sorry, chat. My God, I'm so far behind. That would actually have crazy build-up. Islam has to beat Usman for the defense. Kamaru is literally defending the record, and Islam is defending the belt. Bo have something on the other needs. Yeah, like... Usman versus Islam is... It's the legacy fight. We're in a legacy era. Alex Pereira, John Jones is the legacy fight. Merab Pantoja is the legacy. We're in 2026. Will be known as the legacy year. Where like the top 5 of MMA lives and dies in 2026. It's madness. The level that we're at right now is madness. Madness. Ilya needs to start creatine like Makhachev too. Ilya's never going to be that good at 170. He's simply too small. Dougie, have you seen Vitor Belfort versus Rumble? It's insane how quickly the ref separated them when Rumble was wrestling Vitor. Because everyone hated Rumble after he kept missing weight. Very, very sus. I think you have shown me it before, Super Shotgun. I think you have shown me it, but I think we did a Saturday, one of those big long hours Saturday streams, where you've shown me it before, mate. Impression of Ilya moving to heavyweight and somehow winning. The work was already done. Morales, even with that low stance, I still think Islam will get the low stance hips. Really good timing. Well, I mean, it's not like they can either shoot on the single leg, they can shoot on the hips, but don't forget the Dagestanis can also just shoot on an ankle and just keep holding on to an ankle. He was doing it against Dustin Poirier. So if they can't get the hips, they don't need to get the hips. They'll go for the ankle. I don't see Morales knocking him out. Islam's wrestling drastically changes people's striking style. Yeah, true. Just how good was congratulate your brother for not coming out of the closet when he said grappling was part of the sport and go watch boxing? That was fucking hilarious, Emma Operator. That was really good. Rumble got immediately cut from the UFC after that fight. It was obvious the UFC put in a word into the refs. They might have. I mean... I think the UFC is about 20% rigged. Usman is a free win for Islam. Give Morales the shot. I would prefer it to be Usman, but I wouldn't be upset if they gave it to Morales. I'm just going to start glazing Islam, and hopefully I can curse him. There you go, Alpic. We got to get on Islam's team until we push the curse onto him. Chat, we're going to get out of here soon. Been an hour and 40 minutes. We're going to get out of here soon. It's getting on to 5:30 as well. Impression of John Jones, Zinc Roof, Craving, and Craig Jones. What? Impression of Leon's Zinc Roof craving in and Craig Jones standing in his corner and doing fucking nothing. The Zinc Roof's coming down, bruv. The Zinc Roof's coming down. It looks like you're fucked, mate. Why the flying fuck would you want Islam versus Marty Usman? Because, Super Shotgun, I think out of everyone that mildly deserves it right now, Usman is floating around there. Obviously, 1-4 is not good. But because I think Usman could beat Islam Makhachev, Usman on 11 days notice took Khamzat Chimaev to a draw with the wrestling at 185. That's incredible. Then he ran through Buckley for 25 minutes, all wrestling. That's incredible. Usman knows how to sit on the jab. Usman has got striking and wrestling. It's incredible. And then there's the legacy of it as well. Usman's like the second best welterweight of all time, fighting the second best fighter of all time. legacy, style. It's just... It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing to me. All that fat losers from Alabama living in their mum's basement with their sister's wife mad that Islam won. I'm not fat. I don't live in Alabama. This is my house. This whole house is my house. I actually live in quite a nice apartment right on the beach, to be honest. I work for myself as well. So, not just doing MMA YouTube either. Like, I have my own business. I'm actually a CEO, to be honest. If we're going to go by the book, we're going to go with Carpathius's Everything's Literal. I'm actually the CEO of my own company. So eat a dick. Eat a giant dick. Kind of jacked. Run my own business and my own company. Yeah, eat a dick. Poatan is the only pure striking champ, but I think he is going to fight Jones at the White House and get mauled. Poatan is the only pure striking champion, but I think he's going to fight John Jones at the White House and get mauled. Yes. Yes, Cayman. Ilya is amazing, but he doesn't carry the company. He doesn't fight enough for my liking. True. Ilya could fight more. Yep. I heard Matt Hughes has been recovering well from the train crash. I think he should be next for Islam. Think of the legacy, man. Well, Usman did just fight this year's Super Shotgun, so it's obviously a little bit different. Morales beats Islam. I don't know. I'm not willing to say Morales beats Islam. And covers his body with that pink coat. Oh, Islam would hate that. Hate it. Where am I up to? Where are we up to? All right, an hour 40. Guys. This is the last call, so I know where I'm up to. Stop typing. Just enjoy the rest of the stream like it's a podcast. This is the last call. If you've got points to make, counter arguments, please come back in tomorrow's stream. We'll pick up where we left off. This is the last call. Last call. Last call. Last call. Time for the wrap-up music. Last call. Wrap-up music time. Last call. I'll get to that, and then we're out of here. Time to shut her down, chat. Time to wrap her up. I'll read everyone's chats, and then we'll get out of here. Piotr Jan is so fucked against Merab, I can't even explain it in words. I know. Merab is also orthodox, so that works both ways. Oh yeah, true. Based, Chad Merab. We did that one. Bethanadrol is aspartame mayonnaise. So many words that I don't know. It's good JDM has a big forehead genetics. I bet his youngest daughter can take one. Oh, excited. Only way Jan wins is if Merab lets him. Maybe the activity will crush Merab, just like it did for RDR. Right? I can't help how anti-Semitic you are. We're so opposite, Carpathius. You love semantics, and I fucking hate semantics. I more go for general points, and you love to lock in on semantics. I love you, Carpathius. I'm not saying it to be mean or anything. It's just funny. Sorokin still needs 1 or 2 more wins if he beats Dan Hooker. He is too inactive to be considered. No. No, Bruce. No, I disagree. No. Where was I up to? Holy shit, I'm so far behind. She beat Nunes head-to-head while being way smaller in the second fight. I believe the record books say she lost. Nunes also ducked the Cyborg rematch. Doesn't matter. She still slept Cyborg, one of the greatest female fighters of all time. Would you say that Cyborg is maybe the 3rd greatest female fighter of all time? Super Shotgun. Again, let's not get too into this. I'm willing to have this debate with you, but tomorrow, because I am going to wrap it up, I can hear you typing away, Shotgun. Whaley is more skilled than every single one of Nunes' wins. She literally fought Cyborg. At the time Nunes retired, I think she beat every champion ever in both of the division that she fought in. She did. People forget how good Nunes was. Nunes versus Shevchenko was very close, and yet Nunes got her hand raised. Also, Val would never get outstruck and made to quit by a bum like Juliana Pena. She threw the fight. Hang on, I heard the Juliana Pena argument from somewhere before. Valentina Shevchenko lost to Raquel Pennington. Don't give me that. She lost to Raquel Pennington. Shut up. You get cucked and made to quit by Pena, you lose claim to GOAT status. You lost to Raquel Pennington. They're 1 for 1 on embarrassing losses. Nunes fucks him up too with just lay and pray. Yep. What was the issue with Craig Jones in his interview with the MMA Guru? I don't know. Maybe the team was locked in. Val never fought Pennington. What are you talking about? Who was the one that Val lost to? Grasso. She lost to Grasso. Val lost to Grasso, that one. Val lost to Grasso. Nunes lost to Pennington. Both embarrassing losses. I'm not making shit up. I'm getting confused. I'm not making shit up. I'm getting confused. I'm not making it up. They're confused. I'm confused. I'm just getting the names mixed up. I don't like Daggies. I wouldn't mind sitting down and having a big bowl with Islam. He seems alright. Khabib's comes off as a total... Islam does seem like a legend. Like, Islam Makhachev does seem like a lad. Like, you could have a joke with him. Islam seems like pound for pound who's in here having a laugh. And Khabib seems like the fan base. 145 was a complete fake division outside of Cyborg, but she did beat Cyborg. I don't know why. I just feel like Paulo and Tracy filmed it and sent it to Brian. Oh! Paulo Costa sent it to Brian Ortega when Paulo Costa was smashing Tracy Cortez. I know, mate. That's why Brian Ortega is so annoyed. Impression of Islam landing a hard head kick on Ilya, rattling him, but instead of grimacing, Ilya just says, I really love her, Islam. Impression of Islam landing a hard head kick on Ilya, rattling him, and instead of grimacing, Ilya just says, I loved her, Islam. I really did. Impression of Craig Jones during World War I doing absolutely nothing to stop the Great War. Seems like everyone at the Somme was fucked, mate. You're getting into it, Shotgun. What did I say, Shotgun? What did I say? I said I'm happy to have this debate with you, Shotgun, but type your big paragraphs for the next stream. What do? Type a giant paragraph. I'm wrapping up, Shotgun. I know we're in the middle of a debate. It's a bitch move for me to pull out. I'll read your paragraphs tomorrow. We can pick it up tomorrow. The stream's gone for an hour and 45. It's 5:30. It's the end of the stream, dude. Hey. Val beat Prime Joanna 4 times across 2 combat sports. Valentina Shevchenko beat Prime Joanna Jędrzejczyk across 2 combat sports, as well as Weili. Nunes has nobody on her resume close to that. Val also beat and dominated Prime Andrade. Andrade is shit. Another fighter far better than anyone that Nunes beat. No, Andrade is not better than Cyborg. It's interesting how Islam, for one likely Khabib, views Bilal versus I'm losing my fucking concentration so quickly, chat. It's interesting how Islam, or more likely Khabib, views Bilal as brother and therefore can't fight each other, but has no problem with fighting Usman. Daggies are racist. We knew that. Why would he have a problem fighting Usman? Why would he have Usman's not Muslim, is he? Is Usman Muslim? Is that what it is? It's not close. You're right, it's not close. Amanda Nunes is still by far the GOAT. Impression of Craig Jones during the African slave trade doing absolutely no. Did you catch the Fight Fairy goon maxing today? No, I don't ever watch Fight Fairy. Lazy stream? Shut up, dickhead. Aren't you going over the picks? We'll do it tomorrow, Bruce. Sometimes this happens. It just gets too excited. Don't worry, Bruce. We'll go over the picks. We'll point out that you were the best picker over last week, mate. Dougie, how much do you think Alexa Grasso could charge for a foot job? With people like you in the community, like $5,000 a foot job? Can Ankalaev yank an ankle to eye level? Thank you for Patheus for trying to trip me up. I think Usman is picked because Islam and Khabib rate a win over him more. Yes, and also Ali is going to try and manage his way to the Usman win. So yes, I think they're going to go with it. That was the last gasp of Marty. He's going to be 39 soon and has 0 knees and is slow as fuck. It's a stupid fight. The knees argument with Kamaru Usman, people have been saying that for so long, and I'm kind of sick of it. I'm sick of the knees argument. Like, the knees argument was around during the Masvidal fights, but it's never affected him. So I don't know about that. Now, I get it. Usman's going to be old. I understand. Which is why, like, I don't mind if they pick Morales. But there's also a lot of hype on the Usman win, right? Usman is still not in his prime. Islam can just leg kick and... I would think Islam would easily beat Usman. But you get the reason why... You understand the argument I'm making for why there is a reason to put Usman in there, right? Impression of Craig Jones in the corner during the Sudanese Civil War, chilling in the corner, doing absolutely fucking nothing. Looks like you guys are fucked. Dougie's saying he's not from Alabama. Wait until the Cousin Saga comes out. Shut up, dickheads. Usman is your best bet for what happened yesterday to not happen again. I know, Usman can actually scramble out of it, man. Eat a dick. It's just facts. Eat a dick, mate. It's just facts. What's up, Waterloo? We're wrapping up. We're at the end. We need to respect the ring girls more. I wonder what their favorite book is, if they enjoy long walks or romantic candlelit dinners. There you go. There you go. I'm not getting sucked into it. Super Shotgun, take all of that. Super Shotgun, take all of this. Copy and paste it right now into a notepad, and then just copy and paste it back into tomorrow's stream. We'll get into it tomorrow. We'll get into it. Take this whole block, Super Shotgun, and copy and paste it. We'll get back into it tomorrow. I'm out of here. That's an hour and a half. That's an hour and 50. That's 5:30. I'm done. I'm out of here, chat. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. I truly appreciate all of you. All of you. Amanda Nunes is the GOAT. Debate tomorrow. Women's MMA GOAT debate tomorrow. We also have to do the top 10 list as well. Big streams this week. Lots to get into. We got BSD being a pussy, trying to go for the belt, even though he ducked Charles Oliveira. We've got our top 10 GOAT list. We've got new merch dropping. We've got the women's MMA debate, which Shotgun is going to lead the charge on, which is going to be sick. We've got the picks. A lot to do this week, chat. A lot of fallout from UFC 322. That's it, chat. Appreciate all of you for being here. Love you guys. You guys are the best MMA community online. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. An Australian fan reacts to the Dagestani fan base. Have a good one, guys. Have a good night. Appreciate all of you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, 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 bye. I'm sad too, mate. I'm sad. Bye, guys. Bye.